Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Please ensure to like, share, and subscribe. And also click the bell notification in the top right-hand corner to be made aware anytime I upload tutorials or videos to YouTube. All right, let's craft together. Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how you can make some of those awkward shapes that you may get sometime. So this is a card tray, and so what I'm going to do is show you how you take a rectangle and make this particular shape here. Okay, so I'm in Microsoft PowerPoint. I just brought a image of the card tray onto one of my slides, and I'm going to insert a shape, and I'm going to take the rounded rectangle here because the curves, this is rounded here, so we're going to go with that one instead of just a straight one, and then I'm just going to click and drag onto my screen. Okay, and I'm going to have it kind of inside like that. Okay, so everything looks good except for this right side over here. This right side is messed up. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to show you how to use edit shapes. So here you have this edit shape option. You just click on that little drop down arrow and you're going to choose edit points. So these little things right here, these are called points, guys, when you're working with shapes. So I'm going to say edit points, and what I'm going to do is you'll notice that as I click on directly on the little black points, it's going to shift that point. Okay. If I want to add a point, I just go where I want to add a point and just click on the line. And you're going to see, I clicked off of it, but you're going to see a black dot there, or point. Okay. So I add a point, then I'm going to come down. And if you click off of it, it's okay. You know, I haven't worked in edit shapes so long, ever since I built a image of a grocery store. So I click off of it sometimes. All you have to do is just go back and click your edit points. Okay. So I'm just going to bring this one down. And all I'm doing is trying to get that feel for that shape. And I'm just adding points as I'm going. Now I may come back in and delete some of these points in a minute, but right now I'm just trying to get the actual, little smooth side over here. Okay. So if you click off of it, just click back on your shape and then just go back in. Okay. So if you want to delete a shape, you're just going to right click on that, not a shape, but a point. You just right click on the point you want to delete and select delete point, and it will delete it for you. Same thing here, right click, delete point. You can also use the right click to add a point. So if I'm here and I right click, I can add a point, I can delete a segment, opening paths and things like that. I'll show you guys in another video. But right now we're just going to work on getting this shape to where we need it to be. Okay, so I'm going to kind of pull that in. And then you can use these little white pointers here to kind of stretch out your points. Take that one down. And then I'm going to bring this one back up. I'm going to add another point and bring it in. And another point here. I'm going to delete that one. Okay, so this one is getting a little bit better on this side. And I'm going to have just a little bit of space here, and that's the way I want it. So this side is beginning to look a little bit better. And I'm going to kind of play around with this one just a little bit. That one is going to be the hardest, but I'll get it here in just a second. You'll see. Okay, a lot better. And if you've never used this before, guys, do not be afraid of it. It's, you know, you'll get the gist of it, trust me. You're just basically moving those pointers to get it to where you need it to be. I shifted that one. Let me bring it back down. Let's click off of it here in just a moment and see what we got. Okay, not too bad, not too bad at all. Okay, it's a lot better than printing out a rectangle and then having to cut that rectangle to fit this. This is going to get you a lot closer by editing your points. Okay, so I'm going to go up and I'm going to fix that little insert there. So again, if you click on the shape and you don't see edit points, you want to click on shape format. And then there's going to be your edit shape, edit point. Okay. I'm going to bring that one over just a little bit and bring that one over and that up just a little bit. All right, I'm going to fix this little side right here. Edit shape, edit points. So again, bring that one kind of out. Sorry for being quiet. Sometimes I'm just so focused on what I'm doing, especially when I'm working with things like this. Okay, I kind of clicked off of it. Get it back where it was. All right. I think I'm going to get rid of this little point right here. Shape format, edit shape, edit points. Let's see what happens. I'm going to delete this point and just see what it looks like. Okay, not bad. Sometimes you'll add a point to kind of get you where you need to be and then realize that you didn't need that point, and all you have to do is just delete it. All right, a little bit better. Edit points, guys. It may seem difficult at first, but trust me, it gets easier. When I first did this, I was like, nope, don't want to work with that again. But once I kind of just played around with it, it was a lot better. And so this is how I get shapes to get as close to what I need without you know, having to add other shapes together to make the shape that I need. Okay, I think that's a lot better, guys. Yep, a lot better. All right. So what I would do at this point is I can delete this right here, and then I can use this now to be my insert for my card tray. And the good thing about this is you can put whatever you want to put inside of it because this is a shape that you're working with, not an image. Okay. So the way I would do that is, let's say that I wanted to put Doris inside of that shape. I'm going to come here, I'm going to copy that Doris, and then I'm going to come here and I'm going to click on, you want to make sure you have this fill option. As long as you have your shape, you'll have this fill shape on the right side here. I'm going to select this fourth button here, picture or texture fill. And this is the last thing I had on my clipboard. And then I'm going to select clipboard, and there's Doris. Okay. Now, of course, you wouldn't want to, mess it up where you have the shapes like this. That's kind of awkward for it to use that. But let's get a nice image in here. Let's find something we can work with. And you want to kind of stay with, if you're, because this is more so in a a landscape, so you mainly want to go with landscape type images. They will look a lot better inside of that card tray shape instead of a portrait. Okay, so I'm going to copy this. I'm going to come down to my card tray, and again I'm going to select the clipboard option, and there's the cat inside of my card tray. Okay, so you see how it fits nice and smoothly in there, and that is because I used a landscape picture and not a portrait. This is your portrait position where it's longer on the it's longer lengthwise. Okay, and then this is your landscape where it's shorter lengthwise, but it's longer widthwise. Okay, so landscape, portrait, and with these trays, it's better to do landscape images. Now, what I did is I took two images, put them together, added some words to it, add a little bit of flair of color to blend in with this, and then I made this card tray here. This is a card tray that I'm going to make. And this is how I did it, using portrait positions or pictures instead of landscape pictures. You can see there in the portrait, I just added two of them and then added some color. Okay. So very easy to do. I've got this group together. I'm going to ungroup it just to show you how I put it together. Okay. So I took that first image, then I took the second image and I made them to be the same size. Then I added a shape, insert shape. I just added a little pop of color here. And this is because I did not want my image to be cutting off part of her head. Okay, so this is I call it my filler. Okay, and I didn't want to have a solid color that didn't really make sense. So what I did is I clicked on my shape and I said gradient fill. And then I picked colors from the images. So you can see all of these colors are represented in these two images. Okay, and you can do that just by, I'm going to show you guys how to do that without messing up my image. So if I want to get a shape and I want to have it to match what's going on with the colors for the cat, then I'm going to come here, I'm going to select gradient fill. And then it normally starts out with 4 gradient stops. Each one of these is a gradient stop, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can move these around to change where the color lands, however you so choose. You can also click on the X to delete one of them. if you don't want that many. Okay, so what I would do is click on that first gradient stop, make sure that one is selected, come down to color and select eyedropper. And then I would come over and you see there's like a little pencil. I would pull colors from my image. Okay, second gradient stop, I'm going to do the same thing. All I'm doing is taking colors from my cat image. Okay, so that is how I do that. And so now instead of just having that white background, you have a background that looks like it blends in, like it was a part of the cat image, and you know it wasn't. You just saw me put it together and it doesn't look awkward. And then if you wanted to add some text, you can come and insert text box. And we're just going to say cool cat, but we're going to spell it different. Okay, cool cat. And then we can change that text to be, you know, whatever we want, but that's not what this video is about. It was really about editing points to show you how you can get shapes that you want. Okay, so now we could take this, guys, and make sure everything is selected, and then come and right click group, and that'll give you one image. All right, so now I could take this and I can make my card tray by copying it, and I can come down to my card tray. And what I'm going to do is, this was the one I was using. I could now come here and click that first option and click Clipboard, and there's your cool cat. Okay, now you can take this and make your image to go inside of your card tray. All right, so I'm going to stop here, guys. This will give you a chance to kind of play around with it. My next video tutorial is going to show you how to make the card tray using epoxy, so you can make sure that it stays inside of the card tray. That's going to be my next video tutorial. I'm going to take this inside of, actually, I'm going to use this one. I'm going to take it inside Cricut Design Space. I'm going to have Cricut to cut it, to send it to my printer. And then I'm going to have Cricut to actually cut it out for me. Now you can see I had a little bit of an issue here where, you know, I was just testing my waters at first. When you cut it, you just make sure you cut it right, guys. It's no big deal. It doesn't have to be perfect here, but when you get ready to cut it, you know, after Cricut cuts it out, you can trim it up just a little bit right in there. Okay. So for those that are interested and want to try one of card trays, this is just an initial video to show you how to get started with the shaping, because I will not address that in the next video tutorial. I'm going to go right into uploading the image into Cricut Design Space and having Cricut to send it to my printer, and then having Cricut to cut it out for me. Okay. All right, guys, editing points. I want to see you guys try it. Trust me, it is not difficult. Like I said, if you click on a point and you mess up, all you have to do is go back, and delete that point. If you have any questions while you're doing it and you need help, then just, you know, chime in the comments. I'll do my best to help you. If you're in my Facebook group and you guys test this out in one of our Facebook lives, we can do that. Just chime in the comments. If you want to learn how to do it that way, we can set up some time to do that as a group. Okay. All right, guys, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Card tray inserts without having to add shapes together or just choosing shapes and then cutting out the image. You can get exactly what you want in that card tray by using editing points in Microsoft PowerPoint to get the image that you want, okay, inside that card tray, so that nothing is distorted, nothing is taken away from your image. We got our whole cat here. We've added some text. We even added a background, and it looks amazing, okay? All right, guys, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. If you're currently in my Facebook group, Candoris is Cricket and Creative Crafters. Guys, thank you so much for the love and support that you show via my Facebook group. If you would like to join my Facebook group, it will be linked in the description. All you have to do is agree to the group rules, and we'll get you in our group. And also, if you're currently subscribed to my YouTube channel, I want to thank you guys so much for the love and support and the comments that you show in on YouTube. I like communicating with you guys. And if this is your first time seeing one of my video tutorials, I have over 400 videos on my playlist on YouTube to teach you about all different types of crafts, not just your standard, Cricut stuff, but some of everything, guys. Check it out, okay? So if you like my method of teaching, then please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. And you guys know my motto is each one reach one so that each one can teach one. And you guys have an amazing day. Bye.